Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of Calcio with Rino Z. This is your fellow paisano speaking, and let's take care of business as always. Put a beautiful like and subscribe. We're getting close to this Milan-Juve game, and I kind of heard, of course, Allegri's press conference and Pioli. Wow, those two seem alike. Like the shit they say and recently how they play. Like nobody judges Allegri what he did in the past because Pioli, so far he had one Scudetto. But their mindset and their beliefs that they think they do a good job, it's really sad. As a Juventino and of course a Milanista, because let's face it, where I had Galletto Rosso the other day, he wasn't happy with Pioli. And the majority of Milanisti that have been messaging me privately through Messenger and Instagram and company. Let's start with Pioli. Like, it shocks me what he said about, well, apparently he said that Inter has been a tougher squad the last 4 years. We weren't a tougher squad. Well, last time I checked, Pioli, you said that Milan is at the same level as Man City and Milan, correct? Last time I checked, when you lost with Inter the first time, that you only played good the 40 minutes. So why don't you just say the reality of things? How come last year you made it to the semi-final? This year, no. That year you won the Scudetto. Yes, maybe Inter was better. I doubt it, but you improved to be the better team by winning the Scudetto. Inter, yes, they had that squad, but they screwed it up by having a lot of ties. Then with that Bologna game, I was like, but of course they paid revenge in San Siro, which is unfortunate, but it is reality. So tomorrow's going to be an interesting one to see. It's going to be a catenaccio match. Unbelievable. We're going to see both coaches screaming at each other. They don't know what they're going to do, and the players are going to hit their heads. But as Milan side, well, it's going to be his last year. I haven't heard who is going to be replaced. There isn't any confirmation yet. So we'll just have to wait and see and what is going to happen in the future. Rumors are saying that maybe Allegri might go to Milan, but already a lot of Milanisti are complaining. I would love to see that, to be honest with you, so some Milanisti can sit down and stop complaining about Allegri, which Pioli and Allegri are on the same page. So, and of course, our clubs, they need to do something in order to benefit our teams. Because, speaking of Allegri, his end, someone said about the Scudetto, what are the priorities for the Scudetto? And Allegri's like, well, don't ask me, ask the club. I'm a coach. I don't deal with the transfer market whatsoever. Well, funny enough, you found out through Galliani that Juventus is talking with Mozza for De Gregorio. So somehow you sneak your way in to know about the transfer market. Or don't you just say that the Juventus couldn't pay you the players that you didn't want? Because let's face it, you wanted to stay this year, caro Allegri. But no, you wanted to stay, prove everybody wrong. Well, once again, you proved everybody wrong by failing. You keep on saying this object of the club, same fourth spot, but we are Juventus. Like you don't need Mbappe or Messi in order to be on the top four. And look at Thiago Motta at Bologna. They don't have the top teams, top players. I know that Bologna are different Juventus. It's a different role. There's pressure. Now, we have to see if Motta comes to us. We'll see how the deal is going to be. Because before going on, then he said something because some journalist said what Marotta said at the beginning, because you have one campionato, and I always say that too, because you have one campionato, you know what I mean? You as a coach, you have to find a solution, even the players that you have. Look at Afonso from by Leverkusen. He's doing a wonderful job. Same with Gasperini. Now we have to wait and see with the semi-final in company, which he's been good on this. I know he didn't win any cups, but it doesn't matter. He's still a good coach in my end. But, you know, there's no excuses in my opinion. And he says, well, Marotta should look elsewhere. You see, he always has to find these ways, you know, to defend himself. Like, so you're telling me you need the Mbappe and Messi to stay top 4, which we have to see if we stay top 4, because we just got Roma 6 points behind us. And Bologna 4 points, I believe. So it's going to be very interesting. I hope we keep this Champions League spot. Even 5th place for me, not acceptable, if you ask me, as a Juventino. So let's wait and see. I only hope that we win tomorrow. It's always nice to beat Milan, but at the end of Milan, they don't have Calabria and Teo Hernandez. But in my opinion, even without Teo Hernandez or Calabria, or even without Pulisic, we'll still be struggling. Because if we struggle with Torino, Frosinone, Empoli, imagine with this Milan. I know we beat Milan in the first round. We're both on the same page, kinda. Depends what our coaches are going to do tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow Pioli might create a miracle. Maybe tomorrow Allegri will create a miracle. Because like I said, each game, the Milan son, and of course my love of Juventus, it's going to be a miracle to win. Because we got the Coppa Italia final, and it ain't going to be easy. Now, even there, people are saying, oh, Atalanta don't have Scamacca. Well, a Bello di Gaza, it doesn't matter. Atalanta without Scamacca, they can still play good. I didn't see Scamacca nowhere since the last game. He was on and off. They have Cook Miners. So, for me, any team, and I'm not saying that 100% we're going to win tomorrow, which I'm not saying the Coppa del Nonno, because I still call the Coppa del Nonno, even though if we win it, which I doubt it, it's going to be easy. It's going to be a miracle. So, let's wait and see. And the latest, Mr. Allegri is not doing discounts for the salary. He wants the full 20 million. So, some people said he's a Juventino. Yeah. If he was a Juventino, you know, you could have given us a discount, don't you? Or you could have resigned like Lippi. But money talks, unfortunately. And, you know, it is what it is. That's the only thing that will affect us a little bit of the mercado. If we get this money from the Champions League, let's say if we win the Coppa Italia, the extra 20 million, you give it to this Bacala, e fa 4 passi. Maybe that's the only way I will be happy to win the Coppa Italia. So we get 25 million, I think, in total, maybe 50, and give it to him. A casa. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. And I guess I'll chat with you lovebirds maybe later on or tomorrow. Okay? And see how this game goes. Sempre Forza Juve, Forza Italia, a casa Allegri, and a casa tutti. Ciao ragazzi.